Welcome everyone back to the Crimson 15 podcast. I'm your host, Crimson Sen.
15 PCA.
810-454.
Be sure to check us out over on Twitter at C15 Podcast. Join the discussion over on Discord, link in the description below. And if you're enjoying the videos, be sure to sub, like, share, and hit that bell for notifications. The Owl House Season 2, Episode 18, Labyrinth Runners. I don't get the connection to Maze Runners. Before we start though, check out my cool new icons for my avatar. I got these done by Akisune. I hope I'm saying that right. Over on Twitter, their bio and all that stuff's going to be in the description. Go over there, give them a like, follow them. They post super cute art. I love their art style so much. And when they do offer more commissions, why don't you hit them up and get some icons done for yourself? So after that shout out, let's get into the episode. It's a Gus episode. It feels unnecessary, but it's not unwelcome. Not to say that it's filler, but it does feel a little like pointless. I don't want to say Gus is pointless, but it feels a little pointless considering everything that's happening in the show, where everything's a little bit higher stakes than Gus feeling bad. Okay, well, we get into this flashback and we see that Gus was like friends with some kid. And doesn't anyone else think this teacher looks like they could be a Sesame Street monster? Like, they just seem too nice. I don't know. But looks like Gus did this really like a project all by themselves. The other kid walks in. Oh yeah, got the new kid to do it for me. He's so stupid. You just have to say you're his friend and he'll do anything. And Gus is a people pleaser. Gus will go out of his way to get people to like him. But I guess when he gets super upset, he creates a super mega, I don't even want to say an illusion that's like, it goes all the way around him. Then it's like a self-pity thing where he's constantly, it's his creation, but he's putting himself down. I get what they're getting at with this episode. Your inner voice will make you feel worse than any exterior stimuli. What you've got going on in your own head can put you down and make you sad in ways that no person could ever do. But we see like a little nasty abomination. Like, what's that? Oh, remember Willow was on the abomination track before she switched to like plants and stuff, and then kind of makes friends with Gus. And I thought that was super, super nice that she went there, calmed him down, did like a whole breathing technique, control your emotions, nice breathing stuff. I like it. It's really cute, but it's like, okay, he made like this little bubble. I'm like, oh, so this is going to happen in the episode. This isn't just a problem that's for the Owl House. This is a problem in most animation. They bring up something and then the something becomes the main crux of the episode and then it never happens again. I don't know if they'll ever bring this up again, but it's like, oh, he does this thing where he gets upset. It makes a big bubble of illusionary emotions and then, oh, it happens again. I don't like that. It seems so, I don't know, elementary. When we can do something more with the show, we don't have to treat the audience like they're idiots. We have everyone coming in, but now we're back in regular time. I guess someone's coming into the school, some special person. So everyone's getting all like, worked up about it because they're all doing separate tracks now, which is totally against what the Emperor wants. So they're going to get in trouble. The stupid Tamagotchi thing. Why would Luce have this? This isn't a thing anymore. It was a thing when I was in school, but 500 million years ago. But this isn't a thing that kids can relate to. They don't know what this is. So how does this even work? And how does this send messages? Those things could communicate, but the communication was maybe if you were in the same room, if you were lucky. Some other thing can communicate across dimensions, whatever. She can't figure it out. Haha, it's supposed to be funny. But we see Golden Guard Hunter, his palisman. I love this little guy. He has a messed up eyeball. He's super cute. And I was corrected. It's a cardinal. It's not a robin. I don't know. I'm a bird idiot. But Gus notices it. And I do like this. This is a weird B plot. It's so insignificant. I could not bring it up and it would change nothing in the episode. I guess I want to call Amity Lumity now because that's all they talk about. But Amity and they're becoming friends again, but they weren't friends for a long, long time. And she kind of treats her like, I don't know, like I have to protect you. Oh, it's so cute, Willow, that you think you can do these things, but oh, it's so funny. Willow just kind of takes it one step at a time, but you can tell it's bothering her. It happens a couple times in the episode, then they resolve it. It's worthless. But as we see, I forget what Hunter named this little guy, but it's getting food out of the garbage can. We go to where the auditorium is shut down. That's where they had that big battle. So it's like all busted up and everything. And then Gus like, what the heck are you doing here? But we see that he's just living there like a bum. Like he saw his little bum, his little bum house. And then he's like, okay, I know where to live. I have to live here now. I was like, well, what's that all about? What happened to Luce? And he's like, oh, she's not here. Like he doesn't even know where Luce is. Because last time he saw her was when they had that whole, remember, they went into the paintings. They were inside the Emperor's mind and that whole episode. Oh, okay, here's some other food. You can eat this, man. Don't be eating garbage. Like here's a sandwich. And so he's trying to build his trust. And we can tell that, remember, Gus has a problem where he trusts too much and then he ends up getting hurt. But now Hunter doesn't know how to trust anybody because the only thing he's ever known was the Emperor's coming. But this dude's showing up. Oh, look, the people from the other episodes. This girl's ridiculously cute. The one with the animals. This guy shows up and then he's like, I don't like this guy. He's like the illusions master. And he's like a pretty boy. But we've seen that he's like, oh, we're going to, we know the Emperor wants to get everyone to the Day of Unity, so we all have to get your coven marks, which locks you into a track. It locks you into a school of magic. But everyone's been happy with this. I want to do, multiple tracks, which is fine. But this guy's like, hey, we're going to do pretend marks so the Emperor doesn't know. And then, you guys can just skirt under. So we get Amity's brother. Again, I do not remember these people's names. About to get one. But we see Gus sees through the illusion. He's like, hey, wait a minute. That's he's using a real glove. It's not fake. He's going to really lock you in. And then the guy pops out and he's kind of like what was it? Theater kids. Oh my goodness. Do I not like theater kids? That's why I couldn't like Encanto. It's too much. You can tell it's made by theater kids. So this guy's a grown-up theater kid. And, the performance was lame. He saw right through it. He's that kind of guy. But he's pissed off. He's like, hey, you dum-dums are going to get your marks today, and I don't care what you have to say. Tries to grab Gus, tries to force him into a different track that's not illusions. And he does his big mental breakdown thing that he did in the flashback. But now that he's stronger and he's older, it's not just a little bubble. It goes over the whole entire school. So the whole school's trapped in this kind of labyrinth thing of illusions. Why does Gus have this ability? Just because just so he can be part of the team? This is an issue that I have when you do a fantasy show. People say, you overanalyze things. Well, yeah, that's what I do because I want things to make sense. Why does he have this power? And he's just a kid. Why are all these children stronger than the masters of the schools? That doesn't make any sense. Remember in the very, very beginning of the show, it was the whole like, oh, you're not the chosen one. That's not a thing. Don't. You can do great things. You don't have to be this secret, foretold superhero. And that's what's exactly happening. These kids are the chosen ones. They are getting so strong that they can lead these covens. That shouldn't be happening because this guy can't even break the illusion and he's the master of the illusion. So he can't even do it. So everyone's like, oh, spread out, find all the kids and they're trying to escape. Willow and Amity get stuck together. So they're teamed up, but we see Amity is being overprotective and a guy jumps out and then she captures him. And this is, I laugh because of how tone deaf, like how can you be so out of reality? Amity, has this response.
Willow, watch out! I got it. Lucky shot, Willow.
And I'm like, what? I was at a lucky shot. Like, what? What are you insane? But then, of course, the bad guy like reassures Willow, oh, yeah, you totally got me. That's another thing that happens a lot in the show. Everyone has to like congratulate each other. Get back to Gus. And it's funny because he got knocked out of the illusion thing a little bit. So only one of his eyes is glowing. I thought that was funny. And they're walking around and of course they're learning to trust each other because they were, he was their enemy for a while. But then after everything that went down inside the Emperor's mind, Hunter doesn't know what's up from down or left from right. He's like, I thought, doing good things, not doing good things. He's kind of opening up a little bit, but every time before he opens up all the way, they end up kind of getting attacked and they kind of have to help each other. Basic shenanigans. This illusion is weird because they're like in Gus's old room. And then, he's trying to be thoughtful and talking to him. I like all this stuff. He's like, hey, I have a hard time trusting. I didn't know if people liked me for who I was or if they liked me because I could get all the work done. I'm super smart, but I'm dumb in other ways. Like I feel like I'm stupid in other ways, but I met good friends. I met Willow, I met Luce, and I met so many others. And I want to let you know that I'm not tricking you. If you honestly need help and we're going to help each other, you can trust me, which I thought was really nice. And that's good stuff. I like that kind of thing. Get back to Willow and Amity are fighting, but Amity just wants to do all the fighting herself, and they end up kind of getting in each other's ways instead of just, letting her take care of it. But at the same time, Willow's trying to be, I'm a badass. Let me do what I can do. I'm a super badass. Bookcase falls. She's able to pick it up. But look, Willow gets glowy eyes. So Willow and Gus are chosen ones. They're like, have unbelievable powers. Well, again, I go back to that beginning. I thought the show was going to get away from the trope of the chosen one, that you have this special, unique thing about you that's special that no one else can do. And they're doing it. So they all become mega, super, ultra powerful. I hate that. I know you made your bad guys really strong and you have to figure out a way for the good guys to get strong too. But I like that through like a journey and they get older. These are 15-year-olds that just have the power. They just get it. There's no explanation. It just happens. They find the other students. They're like in the healing area. So they find Bump and all them. They get through the illusion. Get back to Hunter. And they're walking the halls. And they go, is this real? Is this another illusion? Willow pops up. But Willow's being a little too nice. And she's calling Gus Gustafer. Is like his full name. And I'm like, that's not her. She would never call him by his full name. Like that wouldn't be. But then Hunter sees through the illusion and Gus like, what are you doing, man? He's like, no, that's not Willow. He calls her captain. I think that's super sweet that he still like refers to her as like the team captain because they were in that flower derby thingy. Then we see and there was just another person in an illusion. And of course the teacher, or not the teacher, but the headmaster guy's like, oh, what a terrible show. They saw through your illusion. You're awful. The thing is, they don't have perfect information. There was little details that you don't get to know about someone unless you like intimately know them, like their mannerisms and stuff. But this castle guard is like a chick that's really tall and doesn't look like the other guards. But we've never seen any other guard that looks like this. I don't know. We see that they're real people under these things. I thought they were just like, I want to say like just armor brought to life. But then they are people. But I don't know. Someone tried to explain to me before, but I don't know. The guy's like, forget it, whatever. It doesn't matter. I'm going to just capture you. He makes an illusion of the Emperor. And of course that gets Hunter like, oh my God, it's the Emperor. But if it really was him, do you really think he wouldn't just snatch you up? But it was just another illusion. He gets clonked out. He's trying to fight back, but they have him all pinned down. He wakes up and he's like, oh, is this another illusion? But he's in they saved him. The headmaster of the illusions got Gus. They saved Hunter. But everyone thinks Hunter's still a bad guy because after that shenanigans he pulled in the stupid game where he was trying to get them all to join, but he kind of let them go at the end, but they still can't really trust him. But I do like the fact that Willow's like, hey, I trust Hunter because he did bring up he's like, I don't know what happened to Gus. He talked about some breathing thing and that was a thing that she shared with Gus. So she knows if Gus was willing to share that information with Hunter, he is worthy of at least trusting in this instance. So that's super nice that she was able to come to his side and help him. Get back to Gus. He's being kind of interrogated. They start talking about, remember there were that super invisible illusion stones? It's like, oh, that's interesting. I've been looking for these. I was going to give them to the Emperor, but you know where they're at. And of course, Gus like, I ain't telling you nothing. He has this little magnifying glass that's able to amplify his powers. So he's going to look inside of Gus's mind and find all the information. Which I don't know if that should be part of illusions. Now there's like mind control. I don't know how does that weave into illusions? So he's trying to get into his head, but he's able to break the whole entire spell. So it's just they're back in regular school now. Bump shows up and look how cool Bump is. I love him. He's an old man, but he's got his things, he's super cool. So we get a battle that's it's pretty crappy. I'm not gonna lie. Usually in the Owl House, when there's a big action scene, they'll go out of their way to make it spectacular. But since this is just a kind of like, it doesn't involve loose and it's just like it's pretty lame. It's a pretty lame fight. I do like the Griffin, but it's stupid. Here's some clips. I don't know what to say. It's not that great of a fight. Not from animation wise, not from like in a choreographed fight. We get a weird Sailor Moon reference. What? What's that to do with anything? So they kind of beat the bad guys, but he calls in one of the, remember Amity's parents made abominations that also have like a machinery. So it's like a big mecha one. Comes in, and then Amity's like, I got to talk to my parents about making these damn things. But I do like how Hunter's like, hey, he's helping out. So they can kind of start trusting him again. But they're like, hey, we'll fight this giant robot. Hunter, you go help Gus. But as soon as you get close to that memory bubble thing, it's like a mind crush, remember in Yu-Gi-Oh? But so the main illusions house director guy, he's like stuck in a mental flip out. But Hunter touches it and it's starting to give him horrible memories, remember, with everything he just went through. But he's going to push through. He's going to help his friend. Goes into his memory thing and he keeps kind of like, oh, Gus, is this really you? Are you really here? And he keeps getting bounced around to different memories and everything. But he ends up finding Gus and he kind of gives him the same pep talk he gave him. He's like, hey, I went through all this stuff and, everything you told me. He just kind of turns it back on Gus, which is super nice. Then he's like, yeah, there's like a breathing thing. And he's like doing it all wrong. Kind of makes Gus laugh and he's able to get out of his little funk, which is super nice. He picks up the little mirror magnifying glass thingy. So that's going to come up again. Oh, happy hug time. They beat back the bad guys, but what's his face is still in like a brain flub. Like he's all screwed up. They're retreating. But in my mind, I was thinking, well, they're going to just go tell the Emperor and he's going to bring 10,000 soldiers and just crush this school. Oh, yeah. Do you really want to tell the Emperor that you guys messed up and failed? So then they just aren't going to tell the Emperor? That is such a stupid... Does this bounce back on them? Just give me a winky face in the comments if this whole scheme of like, oh, they're going to just not tell him. He's going to find out, isn't he? Oh my goodness, it's such a stupid thing, especially if the adults are believing this. That one girl who didn't do the spell right, or wasn't able to act like Willow well enough, takes her helmet off and she's like a little cat person and runs off. It's weird. It's like, why even bring this up? But yeah, they were able to save everyone, and then Hunter has to explain himself like, dude, where's Luce? What's going on? I thought you really let the Emperor's coven. What's going down? Remember the dog guy? It's really funny that he just kind of barks and it's a whole sentence. It's like, what? But yeah, and he's like, okay, it's gonna be a long story. He's like, well, you got a lot of time. Explain everything that went down. End of the episode. Not bad. It's not a complete waste. It just has some tropey stuff. Again, oh yeah, I forgot to mention the Willow and Amity thing. They're able to like, well, Willow, I'm sorry that I didn't believe you could do this. Well, I am better now, so I can't do this. We're besties again. It is the dumbest problem resolution. It didn't belong in this episode. It should have been all about Hunter kind of coming to terms with his own feelings. And then Gus, the person who's been hurt like that before with trusting people, was able to kind of make that connection, that friendship. It should have been all about that weird Willow Amity thing. They didn't even have to be in the freaking episode. But yeah, an okay episode. Nothing spectacular, nothing amazing. I don't like making my characters into super mega gods, especially when they're children. If they were older, then they went through some training. They went to the training of the great sages of the forest or something, and they come back 5 years later and they're badasses. No, they just go to regular school and screw around, and they have all these amazing ultra mega powers that even the best people in their field can't understand. What? What? Why? Why give them the superpowers? I don't get it. Glowy eyes. It looks dumb. I like Hunter and Willow being cute with each other. Okay. It's funny because Hunter he's never even had anything close to even a friendship with the female outside of just him being the Emperor's right-hand man. So that's kind of cute to see. But yeah, just an okay episode. Right down the center, 5 out of 10. I do mini short reviews. I post those before here on YouTube, and I also do mini TikTok reviews, which I can do. There's more time on TikTok, and I think the video quality is even better. I don't know how that happens, but yeah, make sure to check those out. Check out Adki Sune. Check out their stuff. It's amazing. It's great. Commission them for things. They do an amazing job. All their information is in the description down below. At the very least, go to the Twitter page, give them a follow, give them a like. That doesn't cost you nothing. But thanks, guys. I will definitely try to catch up. I do know the episode's leaked. I stay away from leaks. So, yeah, hopefully I get through this and see where this all goes. Thanks for watching.
Now, how did that breathing thing go again?
Crimson Sin here. Thanks for watching the video. Remember, liking, subscribing, sharing, and commenting on the video really helps out a lot. It gets the video spread around more people get to see the videos, and we get to make more videos for you guys. So thank you, and we appreciate every single one of you guys.